Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for being here with us today. Could you tell us about why CICA is important in Asia, and could you tell us more about CICA in general?
Thank you so much. I can tell you throughout the hours and days what CICA means for the Asia, what the CICA's contribution to the Asian peace and security, and how CICA promote the cooperation. I will tell that the demand in CICA was proven at the last anniversary CICA summit. Mm-hmm. The idea of establishing the security network in Asia was proposed by Kazakhstan 30 years before. The very first appearance of first Kazakh President Nursultan Nazarbayev at the UN rostrum as representing the new sovereign state, and he immediately proposed to think on the establishment of the security network that could facilitate the code of conduct in the most populous and most largest continent in the world, in Asia, for the peace, cooperation, and it was agreed. Today we have 28 member states, and our geography covers the 90% of Asia, stretching from Mediterranean to Pacific, from the Polar Sea to the Indian Ocean. Mm-hmm. So it's a huge geography. 28 member states means more than the half of the global population. And we are keen to promote the confidence, mm-hmm. which is the prerequisite for the dialogue. So through dialogue, we're getting first confidence. Through confidence, we're getting the sense of cooperation. With cooperation, we're fostering security, and by that, we're ensuring the development. So this is the easy way how to explain what is the CICA. Mm-hmm. CICA has 5 main areas of interaction, from very classical military political one to new challenges and threats, as well as economic dimension, the dimension for environmental interaction, as well as human dimension. So this is a very comprehensive platform for dialogue.
What makes CICA, let's say, important or special?
Yeah, I think that first and foremost, our geography. It's a vast, as I said, practically covers the entire Asian continent, and the comprehensive nature. But what is the most important distinction? There are 2 principles of CICA. Mm-hmm. First, all decisions are taken by consensus, which ensures the inclusiveness. And inclusiveness is the main sense of multilateralism, so it means that CICA is very multilateral, mm-hmm. very inclusive. And second feature or principle, which is very important and very dear to all member states, the voluntarity, the voluntary participation in the implementation of confidence building measures. Mm-hmm. So this is the flexibility of CICA. So we have first the geographical scope, very unique, covering practically the entire Asia. Second, the very comprehensive agenda, mm-hmm. from the political security issues to human interaction or economic and environmental dimension, as well as the principles, the consensus, inclusiveness, and voluntarity, the flexibility.
Recently, the 6th CICA summit was held in Astana. Could you tell me about the outcomes of the summit?
Yeah, we have to talk maybe about the Kazakh presidency in the last 2 years, which was extremely productive. Mm-hmm. It's not because of only Kazakh chairmanship's desire, but it was well supported by all member states. This is quite important, that we updated CICA very much by the updating the very main book of our activities, the core book, the core document, which is the catalog of confidence building measures. We were able to create some new spheres where member states interacting with each other, and very up to date. We just getting out from the pandemic, and the cooperation in the epidemiological sphere is quite important. Where the humankind entered into the digital era, and we need to provide the security to all ICTs, information communication technologies. So we introduced these two measures. We separated counterterrorism as a separate measure, as a separate confidence building measure. So it means that interacting within this domain, our member states coming together and talking, creating the seminars, conducting the conferences, and agreeing on the measures. So this is quite important, that CICA is very much up to date, modern, and very in demand. The last point was proven by the sixth CICA summit, with the joining to the member states family by Kuwait. So we are 28 now. Major outcomes of the CICA summit was the wish of CICA leaders to transform our organization into full-fledged international regional organization. It's not about the creation of new organization.
Yes.
It's about the elevation, the level of cooperation among the CICA member states, the new institutional base, if you wish, how we can promote it further, what we should do in terms of administrative ways, how we can increase the human resources of the Secretariat, etc., etc. But the main narrative of this statement is about the new level of cooperation among CICA member states to reflect the new role of Asia in the global development. So this is the main outcome, but we have some other important documents. CICA leaders were able to agree on the cooperation in ensuring security of the information and communication technologies. This is quite important document accepted on the leaders level. The second, we agreed on the plan of action on the implementation of UN Global Counter-Terrorist Strategy. We discussed this plan of action through the 10 years, and we came to the final solution during the CICA summit meeting. This is about how we within the CICA can address the challenges in ICT area, in terrorism, counter-terrorism area. And CICA leaders were also able to look into the future of our organization by establishing the CICA Fund. The main function of the CICA Fund is to create the more conducive financial conditions to implement confidence-building measures. So this is about the new tool in the CICA toolkit, how we can implement confidence-building measures.
What are some challenges CICA face?
No, Asia is the largest continent in the world, and unfortunately, we still have many disagreements on the ground. We witnessing the protracted conflicts which are not solved so far. We are here in the west part of Asia also suffering from the protracted conflicts, from disagreements on the ground. The CICA is the reflection of all these challenges. But as I mentioned at the colloquium here in Amman, CICA is not about the Aladdin's lamp. We cannot create immediately the solutions, but CICA is a platform where we can seek the methods, the interactions to mitigate, to address the challenges. I hope that CICA's ability to bring together the parties with the very different views on some particular issues, still gathering together, still discussing together, and still able to agree with themselves how to promote the cooperation and interaction within the CICA, following the very simple way from the humble issues, from the simple issues to the complex issues. By doing that, we're keeping all member states around the same table. We're negotiating some new measures. We're negotiating how to fill all these mandates. And I hope that if we cannot solve the problems, at least we can provide the better conditions to parties involved in these problems.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Thank you so much.